Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hillstone webinar. I'm Tracy Ding, Product Marketing Manager here at Hillstone Networks, and I'll be your moderator for today's session. Our focus today is on the Open XDR platform and how it can elevate your security operations. We'll be hearing from Timothy Liu, co-founder and CTO at Hillstone Networks.
To elevate your security operation with an Open XDR platform. Before the XDR, we have EDR, we have NDR, which focus on one aspect of data, endpoints or network. But as threats evolve, it becomes clear that we need a more integrated approach. And this is where the XDR comes in and brings together data from multiple sources, endpoints, network, various other sources like sensors, logs, and even cloud workloads. And correlates that information to give us a more complete picture. And the modern XDR isn't just another tool, right? It's part of a broader ecosystem, and a truly open XDR platform can connect to your existing infrastructures and correlate across sources and be able to enhance the capability of what you already have. So this brings us to the Hillstone's iSource, which is our XDR platform. This slide sort of gives you a high-level view of what iSource delivers. It built to enhance every stage of the detection and response cycle. It starts with a multi-source data and asset management module, which provides a foundation for visibility and helps you with centralized control. Then we have detection engine management. We use threat intelligence and AI to surface threats. This is where a lot of the smart detection and correlation happens. In the center, we have case-based investigation, so enriched by risk and posture management, so analysts can get the full story and not just the raw alerts. And moving forward, we have threat forensics and incident response. It's designed to streamline and automate how security teams can respond to these threats. And finally, report management give you real-time and long-term view of how your security posture is, and to give you a better decision making. All of these parts come together to create a closed loop detection and response cycle, from detection through investigation all the way to enforcement and remediation. So with this solution, you're not just collecting data, you're turning it into a sort of actionable intelligence and be able to go from fragmented tools into integrated operation, and go from reactive firefighting into a more proactive risk management. So after we have talked about what iSource does, and this page just gives you a little bit more information of how it actually works under the hood. So at the core of the iSource is a big data analytical platform. This is what allows it to process and analyze a large amount of data, security telemetrics in real time and at scale. And on top of this engine, we have key detection and response functions like security posture management, asset and vulnerability tracking, alert generation, and automated response. And all of this is tightly integrated with the management features on the last slide we just discussed. So about the data, next part is about where the data come from, right? So the iSource can ingest data from a wide range of sources, collect traffics, logs, metadata from security devices like NG firewalls, IPS, NDR systems, WAFs. It also collects work with endpoint agents like EDRs and EPP. It can connect to log collectors to bring in system logs from a bunch of other devices in your IT environment. So these logs can come in, all this data can come in standard format like syslog, netflow, and also proprietary format. All of these will be normalized and go through our data process pipeline. Uh, it also can connect to threat intelligence feed, so both from Hillstone and also external partners to enrich detection capability. Within the center analytical engine, we have an array of detection engines. So this including detection for botnet and CNC, detection for anomalies and hidden tunnel, and also correlation engines that be able to detect like ransomwares and crypto mining in your networks. So it also offers capability to analyze attack chains and analyze behaviors. And all of this powered by a distributed real-time computing framework and with machine learning play a bigger role with every release. So once a threat is detected, iSource can take action immediately through a number of different ways. It can trigger automated response through playbooks. It can launch a case-based investigation, or you can create tickets for manual follow-up. This response can be sent directly to Hillstone or third-party enforcement points like firewalls and endpoints through API or standard protocol. So from this data injection to detection and response, iSource sort of give you a sort of end-to-end and closed-loop security operation, and that can scale with your environment. So here are some of the highlights of the Hillstone iSource solution. The unified data collection with full threat visibility is sort of centralized data from all sources to give you a more complete picture. Comprehensive security posture and asset-centric risk management. It links risks to assets, so help you prioritize what's important and what matters most. AI-powered threat detection and analysis technology detects advanced threats using AI, behavior analytics, and threat correlation. Case-based investigation with cross-data insight. So it combines alerts into cases rather than deal with individual alerts. It is an open platform for complete security operation that can easily integrate with third-party tools and platforms via standard protocols and open API. And last but not least, automated security orchestration and cohesive response help you with reduce reaction time and also reduce your workload. So following, we're going to just take a look at some of the highlights. So first is about the open approach to data collection. iSource is built on to ingest data from virtually any source, including Hillstone own solutions, and as well as third-party security devices and endpoints, even servers and cloud services. So this openness means you are not locking to a single vendor ecosystem. It supports multiple data formats. I mentioned metadata, netflow, syslog, parse logs. We support high-performance protocols like Kafka. We offer built-in log parsing templates for common vendors, and more importantly, user can create their own templates to support other systems log parsing templates. So this flexibility makes iSource highly adaptable to your existing infrastructure. iSource can also collect data from systems across geolocation, branch offices, headquarters, data centers, public or hybrid cloud. So it brings everything all into a centralized analytical platform. So this is an open, extensible architecture. You can integrate seamlessly with your existing tools and grows with your needs. So visibility, I think, is one of the most important foundation of any security operations. So iSource delivers in in a way that's both very clear and intuitive. So with iSource, different users can get custom views based on their role, starting with real-time dashboards, give you a snapshot of your entire security posture and showing risk levels across your organization. From there, you can drill down into specific assets like servers or endpoints, and instantly see which ones are vulnerable and what their risk level, whether they are under attack. There's also a threat event view, which maps out where alerts are happening and which areas of the environment they are affecting. So make it easier to understand so what is being targeted right now. You even get insight into external threats, so showing that who and where threats are coming from and they are trying to come in, and how it interacts with your system. So in the end, all these make you not just looking at scattered data, you're getting a more complete 360-degree view of your assets, risks, and threats, all in one place. So about the asset-centric risk management, I think this is really important. To run a very effective security operation, just respond to react to alerts is just not enough. There's just too many of them. So you need to shift toward a more strategic asset-centric approach. So this is what iSource can give you. It all started with asset awareness. So iSource builds a full inventory using a mix of active scanning, passive monitoring, and manual input. So build a sort of a category of your assets. So even devices that are off the radar, like unmanagement systems, can get pulled into this. Then you can go a step further by generating a detailed fingerprints for each asset, including things like operating system, installed applications, open ports, services. So everything analyst needs to understand the full context of that assets. So the next step is the risk evaluation. So iSource integrates with vulnerability scanners and can pull vulnerability scanner reports and correlate with the threat intel and asset context. So it can assign sort of a true risk score to each asset, based not just on its vulnerabilities, but also on whether it's actually being targeted and how important it is to in your environment. So helps your team to focus on what truly matters, sort of the core assets that affects your business application. And because it supports everything from endpoints and server to IoTs and power devices, it can work across a full spectrum of enterprise environment. So with iSource, you're not just managing these alerts, you are sort of managing risks on the assets. And you are giving a sort of a living picture of your infrastructure where every asset is continuously being monitored and being evaluated. So this slide talks about how iSource detection engines, so how you use AI to power its threat detection. So today's threats are more advanced and subtle, and a traditional method is not enough. So iSource include a range of detection engines, and these engines are trained to spot abnormal behavior, detect unknown malware, and also flag suspicious activity that might be unknown, right? There's unknown threats, previous unknown threats. So these engines are continuously being enhanced, and more detection mechanisms are constantly being added with each release. So another important detection mechanism is in the iSource is correlation analysis. iSource is sort of pulling all the data across your environment, and not only from Hillstone tools, but also from other third-party, security solutions and technology solutions. So this cross correlation is what makes it effective at identifying more complex attacks like ransomware and crypto mining and other multi-stage threats. On the analysis side, iSource goes beyond just mapping out sort of basic kill chain. So it used the MITRE attack framework to break down how the threat behaves and what attack techniques are being used and what systems are being affected, and also what stages the attack is in. So give security teams a much deeper understanding of each incident, help them quickly assess the impact and response to the threats quickly. So here we introduce a iSource feature called case-based investigation. So it helps security team manage and investigate threats more effectively. In iSource, a case is like a central hub of incident. Instead of dealing with isolated alerts from different tools, iSource automatically correlates related alerts and events into a single case, give you a more complete picture of what's happening. The system uses predefined rules, and it also you can define your own customer rules to define what's belong in one case. So it pulls together events that are part of the same attack. It can also merge overlapping cases, duplicate attacks, so that analysts don't waste time chasing, duplicates or just fragment piece of a puzzle. So each case includes everything you need. Alert data, it includes asset context, it includes threat intelligence, timeline information, sort of give security team to investigate, ability to investigate attack as a whole, tracing how it starts, how the attack spreads, and what systems were affected. From that case, teams can assign ownership, can log findings, do forensics, and trigger response actions, whether it's containment or remediation or enforcement. So it brings this case-based investigation brings together detection, forensics, and response into one workflow and help the security teams to move faster. So we built iSource as an open platform. So it doesn't just work in isolation. It works with everything that you already have. First of all, it supports threat intelligence sharing, not just from Hillstone, but also from our third-party partners. So it helps enrich detection, enrich the context of your finding, and leverage and the capabilities of our partners. It also support log collection from third-party security solutions over standard protocols. Once collected, this iSource will normalize data, so everything, regardless of the source, is processed consistently and can be used to do correlation and analysis. For the openness, it's just not about one way, right? So it also goes the other direction during the response and remediation. So iSource, we can push policies, we can push enforcement instructions to Hillstone devices, as well as third-party platforms like firewalls, using APIs and standard protocols. It can interact with, for example, policy engine that in turn manage other firewalls. So all this response action can be orchestrated and be very flexible, interoperable and be flexible. Help to unify your tools in one security operation. So detection is half of the battle. So what really matters is how quickly can you respond. So iSource give you several tools that you can use. Be able to either automatically or manually respond in different situations. So first of all, we have the playbook system, which is about automatic response. You can use predefined conditions like certain threat types and risk level to set up triggers and actions. You can also define your own conditions and triggers to be able to create a playbook. So if a malware signature is detected, critical asset, so iSource can automatically push a policy update to a firewall to block IP device, for example. So these playbooks use automatic remediation and helps give you real-time protection without waiting for human intervention. There are also cases where you need more judgment and investigation. For example, you don't want to block your CEO's traffic, just with alerts. So in these cases, iSource also have something called ticket management. So this allows the system to generate ticket and notify the appropriate IT personnel to handle it. So it helps organize workflow, assign responsibility, and track the resolution. So beyond what's happening within the iSource, the platform is also built to interact with your broad security ecosystem. You can send enforcement commands to firewalls, EDRs, SIEMs using APIs or standard protocols. So ensure that your entire security infrastructure can work all together not in a silo kind of way. So whether it's through automated playbooks, ticket handling, integration, orchestration, iSource can help you respond quickly and consistently. The following are a couple of case studies. The first one is in a university. So we all know that in a university, traffic are very complex. You have, faculties. You also have students, which can do all kind of things. So this university have 8 campuses, over 70,000 students, but it lacks sort of a centralized threat visibility. Make it very hard to detect hidden threats like crypto mining, which happens a lot inside these kind of networks, and also malicious connections. So also one of the problems is each department have its own policy and tools, which led to a lot of silos and inefficiencies. With iSource deployment, they were able to unify threat data all across endpoints, networks, and cloud systems into one place. So this gives their security team a single pane of glass to see what's going on in their network and investigate the threats that occurs. It also helped create a consistent enforcement policies across departments and be able to automate the routine tasks, allow their team to focus on higher priority threats. So in this case, iSource help transform a fragmented environment into a more cohesive, intelligent security operation. The second case is about in a manufacturing environment. So this is an automotive manufacturer with it has a lot of subsidiaries in different locations, and they are facing challenges with visibility, how to coordinate security and with incident response. So in this case, each site have its own security devices, but there's no unified management, make it hard to detect threats across the network and responding time. So critical issues were often missed or delayed because there's no single view or consistent workflow. So after iSource deployment, the company was able to aggregate and correlate data from all of its security devices. There are Hillstone devices, also third-party devices, into a sort of a central platform. So this allows them to quickly identify and prioritize critical threats and be able to respond faster using automated playbooks and streamline their incident handling. And the result is a much stronger protection and a huge boost in the efficiency of security operation. So this is the end of my part, and I'll hand over to our moderator.
Thank you, Tim. And as I've been monitoring the Q&A box, we've received some great questions from the audience, and let's just take a moment to address a few of them. What specific protocols does Hillstone's platform support to ensure compatibility with third-party tools, and how does it handle proprietary data formats? Maybe Tim, can you shed some light on this?
So first of all, in terms of open protocols, the Hillstone XDR can communicate with other solutions using standard protocols like TCP, UDP, as well as distributed protocols like Kafka and Beats. Um, so in terms of data formats, there are standard formats like JSON, but also the more highly efficient ones like Avro and Grok. Um, so these protocols and data formats were changed between releases. So to find out the latest and greatest, it's best to talk to our sales engineer to find what is the latest set of standard tools, and it's going to be increasing, keep increasing.
Okay, thank you, Tim. There's another question about case creation. So, does the platform support user-defined correlation rules for case creation? Maybe Tim, can you help address this?
Yes. So the answer is yes. So a case is just like a collection of help you collect different alerts and assets throughout your network. So you can define your own rules that be able to identify what belong to one case. So you can make those definition.
Okay, thank you, Tim. With that, we are approaching the end of our webinar. Tim, thank you for sharing your insights and responding to audience's questions. And thank you to all of our audiences today. We hope to see you soon on the next Hillstone webinar. Thank you. Bye-bye.